Alright, so now that I've talked about the My Little Pony movie that came out last week, I'm going to talk to you about my experience in the My Little Pony fandom as well as the Brony community, if you want to call it that. I started watching the show back in August of 2011. And back then I had a previous YouTube channel where I would make some videos, and I actually started making videos on the episodes of the second season because the second season was about to start in that September, I believe. And after making a few videos, and I made a really big video, which was similar to another video that I searched up, made by Saberspark, and that's how I met him. The way we interacted with each other was just great because we instantly clicked. After that, I would meet a bunch of people who would end up being my friends, a lot of the ones that are on the POS podcast, like Hirosashi, Tom, Jax, Matt, AC Racebest, and there's a lot of people I would not know about if I never got into the fandom in the first place. Like, I never would have known about Pan if he didn't first make that one video he did on ponies, though he's not really into that anymore, but still, I never would have met Jim either if I never, like, got into the fandom. It's kind of weird how all of this butterfly effect thing works, because there's a lot of people I never would have met if I never got into it. It's also the first fandom where I actually started going to conventions, and that's been a lot of fun over the past few years. Unfortunately, that means the only time I really kind of see my friends is at conventions. I did have a few friends in high school, but a lot of them just sort of went their own way, and I don't really talk to them that much anymore. I talked to them a little bit in college, but after people were done, people just sort of kept to themselves. I have met those friends from my high school days on occasion, but most of all, I've just talked to my friends who I've met online through this fandom. And even though a lot of us aren't that into the show anymore, there's still several interests that we share. Mainly animation being one of them, and how we all watch different cartoons. And being part of the fandom and making content for it in the past has helped a lot of us grow. Being a part of something like that is definitely a springboard to help us grow into our own content and figure out what we're good at. So overall, my experience within the community has been mostly positive. Of course, there's been drama in the past that was big, but over the past couple of years, it's kinda died down and people have really mellowed out. I'm not sure if I'll ever be as invested in a community as I was with the Bronies, but it was a fun ride while it lasted. And I guess while it continues, because it hasn't really stopped. Ponies used to be a main focus on my old channel, but as you can see by this new channel, there's a lot of other stuff I talk about. But I'm never going to forget where I started, and ponies is what allowed me to get where I am now. And I'll continue going to conventions to see friends and subscribers and everybody who goes there, because they're a lot of fun. The next one I'm going to is actually going to be in Milwaukee this month, so check it out if you're going to be there. So there's just a short video talking about the My Little Pony fandom and my experience in it. If you are or were a part of the fandom, tell me down in the comments. I'm also curious to see when people started watching the show itself. Because I came in fairly early around August of 2011, but I do know people who came in even earlier than that. So just let me know and I'll see you in the next video. And if you'll be in Milwaukee, I'll see you there. Bye!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to save.